remember that.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2000.
Yeah.
Brother.
Hey,
brother.
First things first. Do we have the facilities to record a pod outside?
Yes.
Microphone wise, obviously we've got the cameras.
You can hide
Turn
the
music off.
It's easy.
Direct. We have to rent a young item or two.
Yeah, you can just get a sound man. It'll cost you about $2. Easy.
I think we need to do that this summer.
The sound stuff.
Well, then you just got to get someone that knows sound.
No, the sound stuff isn't the issue. The issue is the cameras. We'd have to get like V-Lock batteries that have like multiple charges.
I do so much
What do you
filming
mean?
outside.
What are
I
you
know it's
talking
possible.
We don't ever charge them when we're recording.
Yeah, because they're plugged in.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? I gotta get a big battery.
That's calm.
A generator.
No, that's the only thing.
Like a generator sort of thing.
No, it's just like it's a different battery that accommodates when you film outside.
That sounds light.
What do you mean? Like my skin complexion, bro? Like that's not
Strongly.
It's easy, man.
Huh?
Young Tascam, we're good.
But good family.
I think we should, you know.
I'm
I was
done.
thinking even to, I mean, obviously it's too late now, but I'm thinking like
It's not too late.
nah, it's too late.
It's too late.
No, we're in now. But I'm saying that like this would have been good to just go to the park and we just chop it up in the park. Whoever's there is
Chuckie,
there.
Me and Vuj were doing this for years.
I know.
Everyone doing it now. Even I see them do it in
know.
America after I start doing it. I say I want the
That's true.
outside.
That's true.
Like I said to
Even
Vuj,
one post show you did a few of those outside. so.
outside. I remember what Scorcher one outside Krispy Kremes.
Yeah, and Tef
Tef and his
He
Tef
was
and
on
his
his
hood.
estate, innit?
Bro, it was dangerous over there, you know. I'm so happy I was with Tef because if I weren't with Tef, my lord.
Tef is solid and certified. Big him up, man.
Yeah,
Every
man, no
time.
homo.
No,
He's
no,
certified.
wow. Why? You know the vibe.
I don't know that vibe.
This is how I'm feeling today, by the way.
Go on.
I'm just feeling like this.
What is this?
You know what? It's been a nice week for me.
Why?
It was my birthday.
Yeah! Happy birthday, Chuckie!
birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Stevie Wonder. Happy
Let me tell you
birthday to
So,
you.
and it was on the Monday, yeah.
Come on.
But I was in Copenhagen on the weekend.
What?
Doing Copenhagen, doing my bit for the community and whatnot.
course.
But hear what I'm saying now.
Go on.
When I went out there, the Friday, it was like how it is outside today, right? And just for context, for anyone that's watching this anywhere in the world, it is roasting hot in
Roasting.
England, in London in particular, yeah? That's how it was. Saturday, bare rain. Bare rain. And Saturday was the day of the party and it was outside. So it was mad. And it was so mad that I was like, if nobody comes, I wouldn't be mad, you know?
100.
Because I'm not coming out. Like, it's my own thing, and I'm gonna be there. But if it wasn't my thing, I'm not coming out.
What happened?
The rain stopped. The rain stopped just before the doors opened. Thought, alright, cool. Maybe people might come out. The floor's still a bit wet. Boom, bang, bing. Got there. The doors opened at 4. Got there about 5:30ish, 5:45ish. Got there. There was a queue. I said, you what? There's a queue. Bare people outside. Go into the thing. People are in their vibes. And then what I like about, like, you see, for example, obviously I do enjoy doing parties in London or whatever else here. But sometimes in London, they need a little something to get them going at times, yeah? When you go to certain places in different parts of the world, as soon as you, like, a group of people could come in, they just go to get themselves a drink and they just go straight to the dance floor. No one has to be on the dance floor. Nothing has to happen as long as there's music playing. In London, everyone's usually waiting for more people. Well, I tell you what, the first thing that happens usually in London, yeah, I know it. They turn up to the dance, yeah. They come mad early, which is good. Some people come mad early and they look around and they're like, oh, no one's here. Is anyone even coming? And I'm like, big man, it's 4 o'clock. You've got here at 4:05, which is good that you've got here early. But the dance is going on till 11. People are coming. Don't panic. Go get yourself a drink. DJ's playing some nice music. Do a little 1-2 step if you get what I'm saying. But here it's more wait until everyone comes. Wait until someone kind of sets the party right and do all of that. Over there, they go and get themselves a drink and they're right on the dance floor. Immediate.
Just to give people a bit of context about Scandinavia, their thing's so mad that in this country, when it snows, no one goes work. It snows over there,
Right.
and people still go work. So
Strong.
if you think rain's gonna stop, sleet don't stop them people in Scandinavia. Little rain. What, you thought rain was gonna stop people in Denmark?
Crazy.
Big man, I've never been anywhere in the world more cold than Denmark.
Really?
I was in Copenhagen filming something with a boy called Joel in 2017. I was in a park with a t-shirt and tracksuit bottoms on. Open field in January in Denmark.
That's crazy, though.
Big man, breeze between the knees. It was freezing. Freezing. Freeze out. Freeze everywhere. Freeze up.
But extra cold though.
Brother.
Because obviously man's in a t-shirt.
A man's telling me to smile.
How long was you out there for?
Too long.
Yeah, strong.
2 days.
Mad. That's still too long.
Brother, I felt like I was doing cool run-ins. Like, I don't need to be this cold.
That's
I don't need
crazy.
to be this cold. So when you think the rain was gonna stop them on Chuckie's event 2 days
didn't.
before his birthday,
It did not stop them at all. We had a great time. Came back now on a Sunday, watched the England game. We'll talk about that a little bit later. That happened how it happened. Then 12 o'clock came, right? So obviously it's gone into my birthday, 12 at night, yeah. Turned the TV off, right? And I prayed.
wow.
I prayed. And I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning again and
Why
I
did you
prayed
pray?
again.
Why?
Something just told me to, but see, to be honest with you, because I'm not a prayer like that, but like, I'm not even to go into too much detail, but when I did do that, it was more about just everyone else. Like, I was just thinking a lot about like hoping that in this next part in my life and that, yeah, I can continue to be as supportive as I can for my mum, my dad, my family, my friends. Do you get what I'm saying? And just like, you know, just make sure that like we're continuing to like build on the bonds that we have and all of these type of things. Also just like the guidance on like, because you know my mum going through my dad, like you get what I'm saying?
But it's so mad that you think of that on your birthday.
Yes, we give thanks.
That's why God says, nah, man, you can't mess up the thing on Saturday with rain.
I'm just a man of my community.
Yeah, uplift the community.
You understand what I'm saying?
Consistently.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Yes.
That feels right.
That feels right.
Doesn't feel left, big man.
I'm telling you.
Come on, man. Like,
So then,
Saka
boom.
playing left back. That felt a little bit left, but go on.
I'm telling you. So then, boom, woke up now, went for a walk in the morning now, and then I did some other little bits and pieces and whatever else. In the night time, linked up with Mumsy, went to a Somali restaurant called Sabib's in Acton. Yeah, let me tell you something. Somali rice up. Listen, when I tell you, it's absolutely sensational. If you ever go to Sabib's in Acton, yeah, go for the Hanid. Yeah,
The Hanid.
The Haniid. Yeah.
Shout out Hamza, my brother.
Right, that's the lamb. Tender to bits. Yeah?
I like
with the
this.
Somali rice, I would say. Go with that. And don't be put off by the banana. I understand. I get it. But don't be put off by it. If you don't want to do it, I get it. But don't be put off when they put it by the table.
I'm
Yeah?
not on it.
It's some culture stuff.
I'm not on it though.
All right, but there's some culture stuff. Just leave it there then. Yeah? So, and they were really nice. Like, they were proper nice and whatnot. Boom, did
They know
that.
it's your birthday?
Yeah, because what happened was someone in the restaurant, they were surprised to see me in the Somali restaurant or whatever. And I was like, yeah, no, I just told him it was my birthday. Like, I thought I really like Somali rice. And like, I like this place. I've been here before. I just wanted to just come here.
Yeah,
so I
it's
think
not
that
even
he must have
complicated.
told them, huh?
It's not even complicated. It's like my birthday. I like this food.
Yeah, I like
really.
this food. Yeah, exactly. So he must have told the guy that runs it, like he really checks for me. And then, boy, next minute now, obviously I'm trying to I'm just doing my bit in it.
Come on, my brother.
But then he's just come out with the toffee, with the the toffee, some dessert thing, the toffee cake thing with the ice cream and that. Then they're all singing happy birthday and whatever else, yeah, which was nice. My mum caught it on film. And that was cool. And then the next day now, I went for a little bike ride and a few other little things. You get what I'm saying? Went and see Gina. She does, she's a PT.
Okay.
She does some stuff for Gymshark and whatnot.
Okay.
I'm like in central London. Shout out my brethren Rene.
Shout out Renee.
Honourable shout out to Rene. I've hit Rene. I said, where are you? He said, he's in Gymshark. Pull up. I said, all right, why not? Because I'm in Oxford Street already anyway. I was at One Extra doing my bit.
Come on.
So then anyway, I've walked down there now. When I've got there, there's like 7 man in there wearing Gymshark thing, whatnot, getting ready to train with Gina. Gina really does her thing. So Gina said to me, what are you coming to train? I said, I'm not, I'm just enjoying my day. She said, don't worry about that. If you want to train, I got you. I said, you ain't got to threaten me.
What a good time.
I'm telling you, they ain't got to threaten me. They went upstairs, got me some Gymshark gear and whatnot, and I did my burpees.
Come on, my
Yeah?
brother. Who's this? Do you knock?
Yeah, mate.
It's alright, you've done it now. What would you like, sir?
Hello.
It's alright, I'm trying to find people to meet you, not you.
Who are you trying to find?
So do you guys work for Jukebox?
Yeah, I work for Jukebox.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm meant to be at a podcast recording.
Okay.
Oh. Man,
Do you know what? People just do we knock anymore? When you see a door closed and you hear people behind it, You just walk through.
Yeah, the man just opened up the door, you know, just stuck his whole head in. Why? But anyway,
As you were.
So, man, I did my bit, whatnot. That was the vibes. And then, yeah, carried on just enjoying the days and the Wednesday and a few other things. And then I started to get back to work by Thursday.
Come on, my brother, man. You deserve a break.
I do.
You deserve a break.
I do. But I think Jamaica's going to happen again in January. And you know what? I think you should come.
Oh, so you want me to book this now?
I think we should. I ain't booked it yet, but I'm
on
definitely
it.
going.
I mean, Jamaica's also happening on tomorrow, but you can't make it.
Oh.
We'll discuss that next week because I have to make it. Shawnee B,
Tell him.
expect the phone call.
Tell him.
Expect the phone call. Mavado is back!
Yeah.
And do you know what? Mavado's one of them people. He reminds me of Michael Jackson and he reminds me of Backstreet Boys. And you think you don't know them, and then you hear a song and all of a sudden you know the words.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Say to someone, oh, do you know Backstreet Boys? Nah, man. You're all I ever wanted.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
NSYNC, sorry. But you know what I mean. Michael Jackson, you say a song, you know it. If you say, me not gone nowhere, there on the girly side, all of a sudden, the girl from Australia that I'm currently seeing says to me, I know that song, but she's Australian. Why does she know Jamaican songs? It's the strength of Mavado. He is here in Croydon. He's even come to England to not perform in England. Yes, he's going to be in Croydon.
Right.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes.
Get your passport ready.
Yeah.
It's far, but it's worth it. The only thing I didn't understand was I saw the times from 1 o'clock to 9 p.m. I said, big man, I know he's got a lot of music, but I can't stand there for 8 hours listening to Mavado.
No. No, he's not performing that long.
Big man.
I thought, because I saw that he was performing in a park and I only saw his face.
Yeah.
And I thought, hold on a minute. Is this a festival or it's not a festival? But it's not. It is. It's like, it's a half festival.
So it's a Mavado show, but guess what? We decided to make it a festival as well.
Kinda. Because I think there's 3 other acts on before him. So I don't know what happens in between that.
Do you know what? Maybe it's a concert, but a new approach. Why should we just have it inside the O2 and then you just come for 4 or 5 hours and then go about your business? Let's have it a whole day.
Yeah.
Little food at the start, maybe a couple of little warm-up
Because there will
acts.
be DJs. There'll be DJs, there'll be music, there will be food, I'm assuming as well, yeah.
This is the thing.
But yeah, I think as well, for added context, why the excitement is so there for Mavado as well, is he's not been here for I think 9 years.
Jesus.
I think 9 or 7 years anyway is the last time he came here. So yeah, man, the park is gonna be. I'm looking forward to hearing that when we come back.
Brother, 100%. And do you know when you talk about things like that, you ain't been here for 9 years but still got bangers and so. When are we gonna start saying it's time for the Black Man's Festival? I know we got Big Smoke, so that's actually there, and that's gonna grow and that's gonna be where it is. But you know, like Wireless is, if they just picked an all Caucasian cast next year, not that I have a problem with it, no one can't say nothing. Their thing.
Yeah.
Where's our thing where we go every year? It's just different members from the community, different stages. We have a stage that epitomizes maybe Nux's style. We have a stage that epitomizes K-Trap style, a bit of grime, and it's all sectioned in so you see multiple different versions of the black experience under one hub of a festival. When do we get that, Chuckie?
I think that's probably one of the reasons why Skeppy has decided to do Big Smoke.
Shout out Big Smoke.
I think that might be what that ultimately becomes. I know that obviously he's doing the house thing and that too.
Yeah.
But I think that the more that festival grows is the more that I see that.
House is black too.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I heard
House
it
is
came
black.
from, is it America or... I saw Vince Staples talking about it. So
Yeah,
I trust
so-
him. He's a trusted member of the community.
Yeah,
I trust
it depends
Vince
on the
Staples.
style of house, but a part
particular
of it
type of
came
house,
from,
yeah, sorry,
from
sorry,
Chicago. From
Chicago. Sorry,
Yeah.
not it came from Chicago. That's where I heard it came from. Sorry, carry on.
But yeah, I think that as that grows, how was that? I didn't even go. How was that?
Alright, so there's one problem with Big Smoke, and I don't want to see it moving forward. And I'm being very serious here, Chuckie. Very serious now. Jokes aside now. Sniffer dogs. It just doesn't feel right. Big Smoke Festival with sniffer dogs feels like a metal detector going to 50 Cent's house. This doesn't feel right. Of course you're going to have problems if you're going there. Of course there's going to be a little bit of, let us just have our day. I did like the fact that the sniffer dog didn't look interested. It felt like he knew it was Big Smoke as well. He's just here because I have to be, but
Yeah,
big
'cause
man
there's a
today,
law. That's
do
it.
your thing.
Because there's a law. That's it.
Because there's a law. I didn't understand how the dog was following me. I genuinely had nothing on me. I said, I'm innocent. And even the dog's on me now. Maybe it's just a bit of climate. the change. But anyway, as I went inside to Big Smoke, I absolutely loved it. Skepta absolutely killed it. I think one thing that kind of tried to mash it up, but we didn't allow it, was the rain and the length of the England game. That kind of took a little bit away from the experience. Obviously, it added when England won, penalties, so on and so forth. But the game was just so long. At one point, you just wanted to go and listen to some music and vibe. You know where I'm coming from? So, but it was things that were out of their control.
Yeah.
I think what they had in their control, especially from when you went backstage, it wasn't like, no disrespect to other festivals that I've been to, but it didn't have this sort of hierarchy feel where you've gone backstage and yeah, this is what. Nah, bro, like everyone's in the backstage area. They had everybody there, from Skepta to Frisco to everybody, and I just felt like that humanized the experience. It didn't make it this sort of it humanized everything. So then when we're back there, we're like, what are we doing back here? Let's go out there. Do you know where I'm coming from? Because we've all just speaking the truth. Whereas when I go to other festivals, when people can go to the backstage part, when I finally went there working for MTV, I said, this is what they were trying to protect. Nicer toilets. And nothing. Nicer toilets and nothing. And maybe a Nando's.
Yeah.
Nicer toilets, Nando's and nothing doesn't mean you should spend 5 hours there at a festival. And I think Big Smoke epitomized that. Then the actual festival itself, everyone's on vibes. Okay. I don't know what is about that energy or group of people, but everybody is talking to everybody. It's almost like different strangers. Then you go on to the performers. Jamie, bad boy. Shout out House of Pharaohs. Shout out Skepta for absolutely tearing up the stage. YG Marley.
Do you know one thing I actually liked about? I mean, even though I didn't go, but just looking at the set list, I like the fact that obviously we know that Big Smoke is essentially something that's come from Skepta,
yeah.
And more time, you would just think that you're gonna see Skepta right at the end. In fact, he was the first DJ that was there earlier on in the day. So when it started, he was actually the first DJ that played. Yeah. And I really rated that.
Fully respected it. Shout out the team. Shout out Paddy. Some of the unsung heroes. Man like Paddy. Doing the work that no one sees. Chris J, the old school Heat FM DJ, now doing stuff in festivals. Shout him out as well, man. Max, everybody, the whole team, man. I'll tell you what, Jammer's set went off.
The house thing?
It went. And shout out Jammin as well. His set. Crazy. Jammin's got a new tune that's out as well. The Streets, their set went crazy.
Yeah, I went and watched the Streets.
Crazy.
Alexandra Palace. It was good still.
The only bad thing about the Streets and Mike Skinner, I will say, is he came on after England won. So you could imagine his liver was dying for help.
I hear it still.
Even the liver developed a lung and asked for a breather. He said, big man, chill out. So honestly, it was so good. Unfortunate about K-Trap, obviously, because of the England game. It meant that he would have been on too much of an early time. And it was nice to see Skepta go on stage and actually tell the truth on why he wasn't there and the respect he has for K-Trap.
So wait, what was that?
It's because of the England game, it just messed up the time that he was meant to be on, which meant he would have to be on too early. So if K-Trap's on too early, it kind of what I've learned about the artists, it devalues them when they need to be up at a time where all the big acts are on. And K-Trap is one of the biggest exports from this country, an incredible individual. Let's hero those individuals, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that Skepta says that.
I thought that K-Trap wasn't there because he was in Austria. That's what someone had said to me, but clearly that must not have been the case then.
He may have, listen, that might have been a situation that was decided way before we got to find out, be privy to the information. He may have known from early that I'm not going to be able to be there, but they kept him on the flyer and all of that. But I do like the fact that Skepta said, nah, I'm not going to leave it to the blogs. I'm going to announce it here. Literally, I'm paraphrasing, but that was pretty much what he was saying anyway. So he was basically saying, doesn't want to leave it to an ignorant consumer to tell him why he wasn't here. I'm going to tell you. So little things like that. I just respected the honesty of the environment, the vibe. And one thing I like as well, I really like this. Usually, when Skepta performs or people perform, and maybe this is my ignorance, there's loads of people backstage. All of Skepta's guys were right in the middle part, which was like sectioned off for friends, family, and people that he knew in the crowd. And it was like they weren't backstage and you couldn't see them. They were going mental. Shout out Greatness and do you know where I'm coming from? All of the rest of the lot, like Aaron, all of them were going crazy, and it almost like. In our area, they sold it like, obviously I'm going to go mad anyway. Smiler, shout out everyone, man. It was really, really good. And sorry to go on, but he's from North, innit? And it just means a little bit more for me when I see a man from North that used to perform at Bruce Castle Park, fam, like Tottenham Carnival, some small little carnival that had about 500-600 people, to hosting your own festival.
That's cold.
is just. It's not the first time, second time.
Knowing what you know now, just going back to the football element of it,
Yeah.
Do you think that like the football should have been played?
Yeah, of course. It's just the circumstance. Like, it's going to be played and you try to account for the circumstances that are going to happen. But football's a game that is controlled by the footballing gods. So the result has a bearing effect on the festival. You just don't know how. If England lose, what happens? If England win, what happens? If the game goes extra, you don't know. You just got to kind of just bring the energy back as soon as it's time for you to. But obviously, it doesn't aid it. If you put an interruption in a festival where some people may have not even come for the football, they don't even care. They've come to the festival, so they're like, I don't care about the football.
Because that's the other element. Because I know Wireless did. I had this in my notes as well. Wireless, they ended. Well, it was the final, so it's even a little bit more different. But it was the final, and so they ended Wireless super early.
I went.
And then, did you?
Yeah.
So then there was like, what I was noticing is that there was like two sides to it. Obviously, sick because I need to just leave and I want to go and watch the football.
Yeah.
Whereas other people was like, right, I paid money for my ticket for the experience. I don't really care about the football like that. And you just, now it's just ending early in that.
I think that's just selfish, to be honest with you, man. Like, to be fair, like, put your selfish needs aside for 1 second. Yeah, you pay for a ticket, but the whole country is coming together to support 11, 16 guys that if they win, whatever you thought Wireless is couldn't touch the type of carnival you would have had if England won the Euros. Like, Wireless. Imagine Wireless everywhere. Imagine the equivalent to 2012 riots, but happiness. You think anyone cares about Wireless? Like, allow it, bro, man. If they had won that, that's what I'm trying to say to you. It's like it's always easy to say anything off the back of the circumstances that we have no control over. It's easy to say, the football ruined it because England lost. If England won,
it would have been
what?
Thank you, Wireless.
Yeah, it would have
Thank you, Wireless. If England won, you would have had artists doing Wireless in central London or in their hood.
Because what would have probably happened, you don't like. I hear it, but then if you don't care and you've just gone for the festival, you've gone to see who was the headliner on a Sunday.
Doja Cat.
Yeah, so you've gone to see Doja Cat and all of that now, yeah. And then England win. By the time she's finished, everyone's in the street. So then you just leave Wireless to just go and join the street. So you ain't lost. You ain't lost out.
What do you mean?
You're just enjoying it. So Wireless would have finished at 10 o'clock on the Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So the football was done in and around that time. What, 9:45?
Yeah.
Maybe even 10. So if England did win and people did touch the street, then essentially you just leave Wireless and you're just already out and you're just in that
I
vibe.
understand it from that perspective, but you're saying it from the perspective of a person that considers themselves not a football fan, so they don't have the education of the whole experience, how the day can go. I'm saying at 6 o'clock, if you are forced to watch the football, you are emotionally involved and see the journey. That is a hell of a lot more better than just coming out on England won. It's an incomparable situation. You being a part of the emotional journey and then you witnessing the afterfall of it, it's not comparable. It's not comparable. So I understand why they would say that, but they're not giving me the same situation and trying to say it's the same. I'm small, black man can't fall again.
No, I hear it still. I personally think I would have rather have been given the choice as opposed to telling me what I'm going to do. If I paid money for something, I would much rather say, you know what, I'm going, but I'm going to leave early to go and watch the ball.
Not if it's England. I just disagree. When it's something that's so much bigger than your thought process, for you to have your thought process, I get it because you spent your money, but then it's like, there's something happening bigger than your £110. I know in your world,
100%, but some people don't, like, the reality is, I don't know what the percentage is, but some people just don't care.
But guess what? It still happened. Get used to it.
No, I hear it.
Deal with it.
I know, I hear
How
it.
about that?
But no, I hear that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We can say that about loads of things in life.
No, but with this one, I
just think that you don't, like, there's just some people who just don't care.
Or on the day that you just didn't care, Sexy Red came out on Don Toliver's set after not doing Saturday. So it's like, don't act like you didn't get anything. Don Toliver's performing on main stage. No one's there. All I hear is, what's that stupid song? Babe, I love you. I say stupid, I sing it every day. You're my everything. Brother, you would have thought it was a scene from Jumanji when there was a stampede. The way these gal went from doing nothing to the stage where Sexy Red is... Shout out Sexy Red. Shout out Sexy Red. She turned that Sunday on its head, fam. Don Toliver's set was much easier after that. So, like, Wireless tried to find their little compromises. Shout out Sexy Red, took Craig Mitchell's England top and wore it and all of that. It was all lit. So I'm just saying, let's not pretend that you didn't get nothing. You got Sexy Red.
No, it's not about pretending that you didn't get nothing. I think it's just, if I paid for an experience, regardless of whether there's men running up and down playing football for the country and that, I might not care about that. I've paid for an experience.
I think you don't think you care about it because of selfish reasons. That's what I'm saying. I don't care.
But bro, sometimes.
But when you
sometimes
come out and
you know
see-
what? Sometimes it's okay to be selfish, you know.
Of course, but in
So
a
you
situ-
can't weaponize the selfishness because I want to experience something that maybe I've looked forward to all year.
No,
If
I
I'm-
can weaponize it. The same way you can be selfish, I can do what I want as well. We're all doing what we want. I definitely can do it.
Yeah, but you've given me a service, I've paid for it, and then you've told me that I can't have it.
Yeah, because it's my service. What's going on? You've paid for my service. I can cancel it if I want. The moment you start believing that
Then
your
you have to-
£110 is more important
No, but
than what
you know
I'm
when
doing,
you cancel it, you know what you have to do though, right?
pay it back.
Right then.
Okay, but I still cancelled it. The thing that your objective was still not met. My point is,
Yeah, but you gave me back my money though.
but your objective wasn't met.
Doesn't matter. You gave me back my money. What you've done is though, you can't even compare these situations because essentially I've paid for something and you've given me half of it.
No, I'm telling you, you don't have
Because
as much.
you
no,
said that I gotta
Chuckie,
watch the football.
No, Chuckie,
That's not
you're-
even the same.
I know you're speaking from. I don't know who you're speaking. I'm just telling the truth. You don't have no control.
Am I
Even when
lying?
you-
Am I lying?
No, am I lying? You have no,
but you're
exactly.
saying-
In both
wait.
situations,
So
you have
can't-
no
you
control.
just said I'm telling the truth. I don't know
Yeah.
who you're speaking for. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
So are you implying I'm lying?
No, you're being evasive. So you can be evasive and tell the truth. So what I'm saying to you is, you're being evasive. It's not a bad thing, by the way. I'm not weaponizing it. You are. I'm saying,
not weaponizing it. I'm just
Cool.
saying.
I'm saying if you have
give
no
me an
control-
experience.
yeah, but I'm not. No, that's what I'm trying to say to you. You keep making it about the person. Wireless has said this is happening.
Yeah.
And once you know, Wireless can say something else is happening. Your emotional attachment means nothing.
Of course, I understand that.
That's all I'm saying. Like all of that. Oh, I want it. If England won,
No.
everything you felt at that moment wouldn't have meant a damn thing. I promise
Bro,
you.
I understand what
Do you
you're
understand where
saying.
I'm coming
I'm
from?
just talking about
So-
whether it is right.
Of course it's right.
You can do that, but is it the right thing to do?
Yeah, because the thing that you're complaining about will change too much. Your emotional will change, so it doesn't matter. The right thing to do is to cater to the majority. The majority of the country is going to be focusing on this England game.
How do
The
you-
majority.
how do
So
you-
if you go that way, it's like you're just going against something that will make everybody happy just because you want to watch. You still got to watch them. It just finished earlier.
Did it? Did you still get to watch everyone?
Yeah, it just finished earlier.
How do you squeeze? So then what happened? Did it start earlier?
I reckon, because in Wireless, there's bare times, yeah, where there's nothing going on. And I think they would have crammed it in a little bit more and just
Right.
made it more condensed. And like I said, some people...
But then if that's the case, then that's fine. Then there's no. I don't see that there's a problem with that.
Oh,
then
some people still complain.
No,
People still
okay.
complain.
So this is my actual point. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I go, if the times change, but
Yeah.
I still get what is told on the lineup and all of that type of stuff, there's no complaining.
Oh,
But if you give me something, if you give me a lineup of something, you tell me it's from this time to that time, and this is what I pay for, and I go there and you essentially slash half of it because, or even a quarter of it,
Yeah.
because there's football on, but I don't care about the football. I paid for this experience though.
I hear you.
But if essentially, if you've still given me the experience of
Yeah,
what you
still
told me
give
you're gonna give me, all you've done is move the times. There's no complaints then.
Yeah.
I thought though.
Oh, you thought they didn't
I
give the
thought what they
experience.
did was they said, well, because the football's on, we're gonna get this artist can't perform, that artist can't perform, this artist can't perform, a bunch of artists can't perform because we're gonna cut it at 7:00, and now. You've just given me a part of what you've tried to sell me.
Say to me that you were
so
gonna
then,
give me.
what you're supposed to really do is say, because we're giving you half of the experience, we'll give you half of your money back.
But then, do you know what? If you're a music fan, it is half the experience, regardless. Like, Wireless is big for one reason. Every single video that goes viral every year is the last headline performance at nighttime and phones in the air. And I think
Yeah.
everyone wants to be a part of that. So the fact that Doja Cat didn't have that, I fully would understand someone going, I wanted that experience. But I'm just a miserable
But at
uncle
least you
that
got
goes,
Doja Cat though.
yeah, but not the way you want. That's what I'm trying to say. See, your emotional state and how you feel, it's just too, it changes too much.
But it's very,
who
but the
cares?
point that I'm making is very different to Doja Cat not being
For
there.
100%.
If you've told me on this day, this is the lineup. Forget about the time.
Yeah, I hear
this
you.
is the lineup, yeah?
Yeah.
And I pay my money to go to this in this current time in life as well,
Yeah.
where things are tight. Because wireless tickets are not cheap. And then I get there and you essentially tell me that I can only get half of it because this is happening about something I don't even really care about. Then I have a right to be.
be-
I have
to be
a
that-
right to say, hold on a minute, I hear it, cool. Can I just get a quarter
I
of my
want.
money back then at least?
But then you know what?
But if you still give me the whole thing, then I can't be mad. All right, cool. The difference is that we're not going to be able to do it in the nighttime. But at least I get to see all my favorite acts, or at least I get to still experience the whole day.
Well, the day previously, because obviously you're speaking about your personal gripe that would be if that was the case.
Yeah.
And people have too many personal gripes, and I feel sorry for them because I understand. but nobody cares. Because the day previously, Sexy Red, I reckon a lot of people on the Saturday went to Wireless for Sexy Red.
Yeah.
She didn't even turn up.
I know.
And then she turned up the next day for a couple of songs in someone else's set.
Like that, isn't it?
I'm not quite sure what happened, but I definitely know she didn't turn up. So because she didn't turn up, I saw a bag of people vex on the Saturday that they turned up for no reason. But guess what? It happens every year in Wireless. Every year there's disappointment. Big man, pay your money and hope for the best. Otherwise, don't pay your money. That's my moral of this story.
True.
Sorry, that's all it is I was trying to say. I now understood what Chuckie was saying. Yeah. It makes perfect sense.
You can't sell me something and give me half of it and just tell me that I'm just supposed to just be okay because this is going on. Yeah, cool, I understand that. But I paid my money, and this money here is tight.
Yeah, brother.
This money is tight. I can't just... £120 for some people is a big thing. So I've been looking forward to this.
But I advise people just to do their history on Wireless. Just do your history, and the disappointment won't be so bad because there's people in the past that haven't got their money back as well. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying watch where you put your money.
To be fair though, I don't know if there's been that much incidents of man not turning up though. You had Wiley.
Okay, so every year, the people in my community, unfortunately, sometimes we just go down a misguided path. Someone goes prison, now they're not in Wireless.
Yeah, that's true.
I know that happened this year. I know that happened last year, and I know that happened the year before because I know the artist.
It happened to Nines, didn't it?
So that means essentially every year there's going to be someone
happened to Sneakbo as well.
Happened to Sneakbo, it happened to Ambush, it happens to bare people, bro. So I'm saying this is what's gonna happen every year. If you understand that, pay your money and hope for the best.
To be fair though, that is not even a Wireless issue. That's a police issue.
Of course, police will just go. These people can't be here. There's bare things, and then they just use. And then Wireless.
The police turn around and say, "Yeah, look,
it's too dangerous."
Yeah.
And you know what Wireless do? They'll keep, not to like discredit anyone. They'll keep everyone's name on the lineup to sell tickets. Yeah. So the whole thing's manipulation anyway. Yeah. So if you're dumb enough to fall for it, I'm just saying, once you fall for it once, come on, fam, we all fall for stuff. But the third time, don't tell me about the England game.
No, but bro, to be fair though,
I hear you, but they've been disappointing.
1 second, even with the police thing, sometimes that's not necessarily, the police don't always alert the promoter and tell them, take this person off the lineup. They don't always do that. Sometimes on the day when they're doing that.
They just come on a day.
So now it's out of the promoter's hands because we've paid the money. As well, the promoter loses out a lot of the time because I've paid the money. And as an artist, I've turned up. So it's not my fault that the police have told me that I can't come in. I've done everything that I've needed to do. So as a promoter, I've lost out as well. So I think more time, that's a bigger issue. It goes back to the 696 thing that we used to have back in the day. They got rid of that, but they just still do it anyway. The 696 thing.
Is it?
Yeah, of course. If an artist is coming, if an artist is going to Wireless and they can't go in, essentially it's still the 696 thing. But just for people who don't understand, so back in the day, at one point, the promoters used to have to fill out a 696 form, which was everyone that was playing, they had to give their full name, their address, date of birth, all of that type of stuff, and they'd have to send it to the police, and then the police would then give the go ahead on whether the artist was red or green. I think there might have been an amber in that as well. The amber might have been on a vibe of, listen, we don't know, but it's up to your discretion, but we might turn around and say that person can't perform. Or if it's red, the artist just genuinely can't perform. And a lot of the times, the artists that were in the red didn't even do anything. It might have just been an area that they came from, and then they were labelled as like gang affiliates on all of these type of stuff, because then they would say this person is going to bring gang members. One time I did an event years ago, and I had it with Angel actually. I was doing a carnival party years ago or whatnot, and then on the day of the event they told me we couldn't do it because they had intelligence that gang members was going to be coming to the
intelligence. So Chuckie,
but anyway, that's all.
So that basically what you're saying to me.
Jeremy did a documentary on the 696 form, by the way. You can find it on YouTube.
So basically, what you're saying to me is, if Jimmy Savile was an artist, he wouldn't have.
Hey, they would have green lighted him. They would have green lighted him because they knew what he was doing. And then the only thing what would have happened is, obviously, when Jimmy Savile dies, that's when they start talking about how dangerous it was and blah 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 blah. But you know what? He did it. And Chuckie, you know what? Do you know who green lighted him as well? Apparently, the new Prime Minister. But back to Wireless. Oh, really?
I don't know about this.
Oh, you mean the new PM didn't want him to go prison?
Is it?
So what do you go prison for?
Google.
Crimes? Is that a crime? Apparently not. And neither is Wireless not delivering what they say, because they do it every year. I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm not saying it's this person's fault. I'm just saying I believe what people consistently show me, irrespective of the reasons. Does that make sense, Chuckie?
No, I hear what you're saying.
Shout out England for losing.
Yeah, go on. Anyway, have you got any takes on that?
Margs had the best take. Margs believes England are cursed, and as long as they keep lying to the British public and say the jewels in the Queen's crown belong to them, and the longer they keep saying the British Museum has British artifacts in it, this will be the problem. The moment they begin to love their truth, that will excel.
You said it in Filthy or Group?
I'm paraphrasing, but he said it on Filthy, yeah.
That is an amazing take.
And I agree with Margs. I believe there is a curse. Like, the Argentinians are racist and they acknowledge it and they persevere. They live in their truth and they're champions. English are trying to lie and everyone's like,
yeah, they're like, nah, man, you can't win this.
We've lost and all of a sudden Saka's a monkey. This doesn't feel right.
That's a good take though.
So you wouldn't have been a monkey if we won? Mad thing.
But do you have any takes on it? I don't know.
The only thing I'll say is, you know what, man, as much as I'm harsh, as much as it's really nice to see the country rejoice, believe, have a positive outlook. And I just think, I wonder what that's going to do to the younger generation in this country. Because when I was younger, England are rubbish. And now I've got older, England are good. So what does that make the younger generation believe? Will they more than believe that they can become footballers? I think it, overall, outside of my personal, I wish they won, I think is overall very good for the country. Very, very good for the country. To have young, aspiring, black footballers, white, Cole Palmer, but Izzy, as well. Pick a mix. I like the pick a mix vibe. And there's a variety for you to choose from. There's someone for everyone in this England team. I still want to see the Asian representatives in the England team. I would like to see them, not just cricket. Let's bring them over to football as well. There's some really good footballers.
Who would you?
Well, in the days of Michael Chopra, there was another boy that played for Leeds. I can't remember what his name was. He was Asian as well. But I don't have enough knowledge, but I can't believe that there's no footballers. I refuse to believe that.
Yeah.
Somalian footballers are on the rise as well. Man United just signed Euro. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. So, I don't know. I'm very happy by a lot of it. And the football stuff is just going to be the football stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about yourself? Like,
thought, do you know what? And like going back to what you said, man, I think that's the one thing that I do like about the Euros and the World Cup. I like it when England's playing, it's like everyone's together in some way. And it does feel good. And I think that, like, even for the economy, businesses flourish and stuff like that. Pubs do well, food, restaurants, all of these type of things. And you know, I'm always on all of that type of stuff too. And yeah, man, I think like I went into that game, I really, really wanted England to win. Yeah. I didn't think that they would. Yeah. But I really wanted them to win. Yeah. So imagine, I'm watching the game thinking, I don't think England's going to win this still. And then obviously Spain's doing their thing and I'm like, okay, it's looking all a little bit techie. But it's so funny to see, when you are doing the laid back thing and you have this opinion that it probably ain't going to happen, but I really want them to win, and then they equalise.
Oh my brother!
I tell you what, everyone heard, because I was actually on my own watching it.
Same.
Bro, everyone on my street heard me. Yeah. What? Because I'm like, not only was it wasn't even just the goal, but it was the time of the goal. Because I looked at that and I thought, this is an amazing time to score now.
15 minutes to go.
What is good about that? See, with sport, psychological aspect. Now this is me getting a little bit deeper.
Yeah. This is the part I love.
Pendulum swinging.
What?
So the pendulum might swing in a certain way throughout a whole game, and then one thing changes and the pendulum swings a different way.
What's the biggest sign of strength?
And I really find that mad interesting.
What's the biggest sign of strength?
What's the biggest?
Sign of strength. Response.
All right. So even then it's like Spain could have been playing as well as they did. But we see this happen all the time in all different aspects of sport as well. Yeah, all different types of sport. As soon as one good part of celebration happens, something to celebrate. So in this case, a goal. Now all of a sudden some shit just changes. Now all of a sudden the team starts balling out. All kinds of, there's bare shit going on. So that's what I was thinking was going to happen. So I was in a different state of mind.
Yeah.
Until they scored again.
But you know what's so crazy?
And then I thought, it's like, what a lot of people were saying. It's like the hope is what kills you.
The
innit?
hope is what kills you. And all I saw was a group of people that were racist as well, probably still are, acknowledged it, brought in 2 black youths, and now feel the fun. And I look at England and I'm just like, England, the moment you just accept your history, who knows what type of impact it's going to have?
I hear it, you know.
Like, who knows? Because you know what? I remember when I was younger, Jamie Carragher missed a penalty for England and said, at least it went for Liverpool. And I'm like, if someone's honest with you, yeah, like just have it in real life, yeah?
Right.
If someone's honest with me, I can speak for myself. There's a level of value I have for them. And I'm like, you know what? I can't do you over. I can't do you over. I can have loyalty to things that I love, but only to a point. Honesty is what makes the loyalty stay there forever. And I think people are loyal to football. I think these young boys are loyal to football. They love football. And they're loyal to their memories and their dreams and aspirations of winning all of these things. But I don't think that means that they're loyal to the nation. I genuinely don't. I think that is a separate thing that is developed in your household where you're told, love being English and you eat this particularly and all of the things that are part of English tradition. I don't think some of the players, even though I'm not even to make it a colour thing, I think it's more of a cultural thing. I just think depending on how you've grown up and where you've grown up, that might not mean nothing to you. Like, I don't know if it definitely means something to Cole Palmer. This guy don't look interested in anything. It's got nothing to do with black or white. I just think some people have grown up in situations where playing for their country doesn't mean as much as it would have meant to Tony Adams or Alan Shearer back in the day. Like, whereas Maradona and that passion of Maradona, to me, it's only been excelled with Messi. When I read about the stories of Eusebio in Portugal, that's just been excelled with Ronaldo. I lived through the passion of Zidane. That's just been excelled with Mbappe. I think in England, I don't feel the same way. There's one, they haven't won anything. But beyond that, I remember Ian Wright complaining about racism in 1997. I remember Saka complaining about racism in 2024. So if that's the consistent situation that's happened, I ask the country, what have you done outside of kick racism out of football to do to change it? Not much. So then how do you expect the people in this country to have this type of love for the country when Romanians are getting their kids stolen from them? I'm just saying, none of it makes sense to me.
Cooking.
None of it makes sense. Like, how am I as an ethnic minority gonna look at this country and go, I feel a part of this? When I'm seeing a Romanian family losing their picnic, I'm thinking, oh, what is?
He's saying they're not Romanian, by the way. But
sorry,
in
where are they
fairness
from?
in fairness to
Apologies.
I saw them as Romanian.
I saw Romania.
That's what I saw.
I saw 3 reports and they said Romania. Apologies. Romain.
Oh,
Romani.
Oh, got you.
The what? Listen, irrespective of what community they're from, they don't deserve that.
Yeah, I got your point.
They're from another country. They've come here to feel safe. Their
your point.
safety is being threatened. If their safety is being threatened, when they have their picnic and then their picnic 16, 17 years old and he's gone through every single England development, he might one day go, I remember what the country done to me. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? Whereas if you made them feel welcomed, you told them we done some bad stuff in the past, we're trying to change, all of a sudden you might want to be a part of that change.
Right, so here, do you know why this is interesting? I realised a part of the unconscious, it's not bias, but you'll understand what I mean, where even in the argument of what we was having before, maybe a part of me was making this argument because in reality, let's say if this was Jamaica, yeah, if there's a national sport that's going on and they're in the final, everything just has to be locked down.
Everything locked down.
Because there's a certain love and respect that
for
you
Jamaica.
have. But in this country, it is different. So that's part of the reason why, you know, when I'm saying, but what if I just don't even care about that? Do you get what I'm saying?
And what did I keep saying? But what about the country?
Yeah, but this is the thing.
Because I'm Jamaican. I know
Right
in Jamaica, this is what we do. So if I come over here, I
Right.
deserve to show you lot that same grace, irrespective of how I feel.
Do you get what I'm saying?
If I want to feel like that, I must leave and sort out myself.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So see with this England and we not understand the issues and whatever here, that's where I'm like, well,
we don't care about the country. Let me tell you something. In Argentina, did you see them? Them stop everything
they
for
stop
Messi.
everything. Yeah, they stop everything.
Cristiano Ronaldo in
Everything.
Portugal?
Everything.
Are you mad?
Everything.
Usain Bolt, Raheem Sterling in Jamaica?
And it would be the same in Ghana. It would be the
Ghana?
same in Nigeria. It'd be the same in Congo.
Come on, my brother. Have you seen when Saliba goes back to Cameroon? I'm just saying, the where we're from, there is a love for our people. So if there is something that we have to do that benefits thy neighbor and thy neighbor's me, it have to be done, dog.
got you.
So when I'm seeing everyone's response to this, I'm like, in our lifetime, all in this room, England have been to 2 Euro finals and we've been privy to watch both of them. These are moments in history that people will write down and document. And there's an opportunity to say that we watched it wherever we were, and we will all remember that moment when Cole Palmer scores that equalizer. These are stories we pass down in English culture for the rest of our lives. Why does that have no value to you? Because you don't feel English.
Right.
Is that my fault?
No. Do you understand what? Yeah, I get it.
It's a mad thing.
Yeah.
It's a mad thing. So, and I'm taking a look.
Which is why some people will turn around and say, "Listen, big man, I'm trying to watch Doja Cat."
I'm trying to watch Doja Cat. When I'm waking up early, I'm going to filming late the other day, like last week or something like that for Filthy. They're like, "Oh, why are you tired? Big man, I was watching Jamaica 2 o'clock in the morning. We're getting battered 3-1. I'm screaming at a laptop. It stinks."
Hey, one of my dogs, he FaceTimed me he messaged me on my birthday, but I FaceTimed him because he'd been trying to call me for a little while now, and I just kept missing his calls. So I thought, let me just FaceTime him. So I FaceTime him. It's 10:30. It's 10:30 in the morning, yeah. And he's getting on the train. These times I'm thinking he's at work or something. I said, where are you? He said, I'm just getting on the train. I said, where are you coming from? He said, just come from watching the football. I said, you what? I said, it's 10:30. He goes, yeah. I said, what was you doing? He said he went to this place, that place, this place. He was all over the place, yeah. This person's yard. I was like, so I'm laughing. He goes, imagine if we won. I said, geez, he would have been, bro, he'd still be out there now. He would have been out there now.
It's not the moments you share with your friends more important than the moments you share by yourself. What kind of memory is that? Oh, the other day I must have played FIFA by myself. Who the hell's gonna care? If we are all sharing memories of when England won the final and everyone has their own memory to share and they were amongst people having a good time, imagine that's the common theme of your life. That's a country I want to be a part of, whether it's right or wrong. We'll get to that later, but if they're having a good time, they love each other, we can figure out all the discrepancies of the past at some point, because I'll be manipulated to thinking there's none. Whereas you lot blatantly show me that there's problems and still say, be a part of it.
Yeah, so it's techie.
EA Sports, can you finish off what I'm about to say? It doesn't. This is all I'm trying to say to the people. It needs to feel right.
If we're gonna go there,
go on, Chuckie. You want to take it there? We can take it there.
Do you know what? In fact, do you want to? Is there anything that you wanted to say in and amongst the filthy stuff?
Yeah, we can just get that out of the way quickly.
Because I was going to go straight. I was going to go to a different country, but I thought we might as well stay here as we're here.
We'll stay in England quickly. Look, there's been something. The elephant in the room. I'm too small to be that elephant, so it's got nothing to do with me. It's got nothing to do with me. That's the first point. So now I just got to discuss everything that's happening quickly, concise, sharp, and we move on.
Strong.
Now, there are some concerns that the people that watch Filthy have. And usually people know me. When Gasworks is done, I say it's done, I move on. When me and Vu's done, I say it's done, we move on. If you want to find out the reasons, when we're ready to talk about it, we'll talk about it. And that's the same situation here. It was done behind the scenes a lot earlier, and it took so long to get in front of the camera that I felt the need to say it. Because personally, I feel if you've been fired, change everything. The question is, who'd fired you? Because everyone seems to believe it's me. So let's clear some things up. Filthy Fellas is owned by me, made by me. Every single person you see on there that's talent was brought by me. 95% of the talent that's come on the channel externally is brought by me and my phone book. That's my role, I look at it. I talk to all the boys, I try and make sure that they feel motivated, so on and so forth, create opportunities outside of this space, because I believe the space of Filthy Fellas should be like the Grime Daily of football, and we should be a platform that people can come to and afterwards take their own separate journeys. Look at Craig Mitch, that's the best example I could give you. You have Nigel and you have Greg. Not Nigel, so you have Greg and you have Felix, apologies. Greg and Felix have filmed everything on that channel for the best part of 10 years. Their contributions are very, very important. I don't want to make this about two individuals. I want to show you the family. Greg and Felix are very incredible members, have gone on to do the production and producing the show as it stands now with me. But because they've done it for so long, they know it. There was 1 year they didn't film anything, I believe, in edit. Just 1 year out of 9. So they are crucial, important members of this team. I could never make it seem like this can happen without them. Nigel He's the one that owns Rewind, has owned it for the past 10 years. Co-owned it with the man in question for the past 3.5, I believe. For the best part of 10 years, this man gave me his studio for free, his staff members and all his equipment. That is a valuable member, a part of this situation. Now, the other individual in question has produced a show. Now, I'm never going to sit here and tell you he's not of any value. He was of value. We all saw the value he was of. But the problem is this. The moment you start discrediting the other individuals and taking the things that they've done and saying that you've done it, you're manipulating a situation to be what you want. That means you have an agenda. I have no agenda. I want to help everyone. We go, we keep it moving. Now, I wouldn't even say these things if I didn't see that the agenda was to make me look like a bad person. We're not playing that game today. I don't need to lie to nobody, guys. So, I tell you all of our job positions to say this. If I own Filthy, Rewind's owned by Nigel and the man in question at some point but isn't anymore, and then other guys are the staff members, if he got fired, how could I have done it? I didn't even employ you. You've never worked for me. You was never the boss of my company. You was never my direct business partner. You worked for a company and I was liaising with you for 10 years. So I will call you by your name. I will say thank you by your name. I'm not going to say thank you, Rewind, if I'm talking to you. I'm going to say thank you to you. Same way if I'm talking to you, EA Sports, and it's about Hcpod, I'm not going to say thank you, Hcpod. I'm going to say thank you, EA Sports, because I'm talking to you. And the conversations I have with you and how I will speak to you and show you the love, you shouldn't use that against me in the future to try and create a narrative. I was giving you love. And you mean to tell me the love that I was giving you, and you could see that way, them conversations he's trying to expose, which that's just distasteful anyway. Ask other people in my life how much times they've got that message. Chuckie, how much times have I phoned you or text you just to let you know how much special you are and how much I appreciate you?
Regular.
EA Sports, this is a regular thing. So you're going to isolate one situation to create a narrative. Not 2 day, not 3 day, not 4 day, not 5 day. It's not happening, geezer. So that we can't create that narrative. So now him not being there has got nothing to do with me. I'm just simply the messenger. Read the tweet. 10 years from now, you won't feel bad about the tweet. But robbery, you'll feel bad about. So if people are upset that I don't want to harbour an individual that will rob me and rob his business partner, if you are upset that I don't want to keep that around me, it makes me question your decisions in life, people. People in life, do you want to have somebody around you that you don't trust? People in life, do you want to have somebody around that you gave an opportunity to? This is no disrespect, and I mean this in the best possible way, because I didn't bring up colour, he did. He brought up white. The culture in which I live and exist in is a culture that I'm familiar with. It's got nothing to do with colour, it's more to do with class. I connect with people because I speak from a place of pain, and individuals that are in working class culture that have elevated through it can recognise it. So we understand that we're in a place where we got to work together. So if someone within that group of people is thieving, they can't work with us.
Right.
I didn't even want to say this type of information. I believe it's private. We shouldn't.
Yeah.
But the moment that someone's trying to create a narrative online that I'm the bad guy, I'm poet. I connected with Rewind because Rewind have done some great things in the culture, such as with grime and all of that.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with the man in question. I don't know him beforehand, but he knows me. And when I go there in 2014 and we start doing works, I bring the idea. I bring the people. It elevates his position. He gets more opportunities. Now, he's known within a culture that he would used to live in his bedroom and just chill out. He wasn't outside with the man them. He wasn't outside like we were all outside for whatever reasons we were outside. You didn't live that experience. But now you have the opportunity to be on screen because of moi. Rewind was not relevant before I came around. I've made it relevant. As much as it sounds arrogant, I'm saying this humbly, to be honest with you. This is the truth. It's documented. Forget what I think. It's documented. So if I've raised the value of Rewind through my works, and then within it, use my leverage to raise it, and then leverage everybody else within it, that means the man in question was leveraged by my work. So how can he now feel he's more valuable than everybody in the building and rob? It stinks, Chuckie. So all I'm saying is, I'm not condoning robbery. If anybody else wants to, go talk to Abs. Because he don't talk, he robs. So I don't go around there. I want to have a good time in life. I don't want to be robbed. It stinks. And people are upset with me because they think I want to be robbed. Now the next part of it that doesn't make sense to me. I was on the phone to Specs yesterday.
Honourable shout out to
And
Specs.
the day before.
Honourable shout out
And
to
the day before. And we were laughing. Which leads me to believe I can't have a problem with Specs.
Are people assuming that you do?
I have known Specs for 22 years. I can't have a problem. 23, I can't have a problem with Specs.
Are people speculating that you are.
Because he's gone and then PK's gone and people are disappearing and I'm still around, it's my fault. That guy's my friend. PK's my friend. If I'm telling you, if you've seen the videos on my Instagram, they're back around. They've come back around when someone's left. How can I be the problem? This doesn't sound right. If that's left and now they're back, how can I be the problem? These things don't make sense. So there's a lack of thought before people tweet, which I'm comfortable with. And let's talk about the people that are tweeting predominantly. A lot of the tweets came after the man in question brought up colour. And now the same people that are trying to get onto me are the same people that support Enzo and Chelsea?
Stinker.
Oh my lord. People, what we need to start doing is dance in the yard before we dance abroad. You cannot be upset with the product of Filthy today with me, because the reasons why it is where it is today predominantly is because of what I've done. So I'm not the person to be angry with. There is somewhere you can channel your anger. I wouldn't recommend it because everyone's made a contribution. But all I will say is I've done nothing, man. That's all my vibe. I'm here for a good little laugh.
Strongly.
Me and Specs are still friends. I ain't robbed no money. And someone got fired. I didn't fire them. If you want to talk to the person that fired them, I'll give you the details. You can ask them why he's gone. It's got nothing to do with me. He's upset somebody else. And guess what? Nobody likes him. Not just me. Nobody likes him. So it can't be anything to do with me. He's pissed off a lot of people. So if anybody wants to know why, feel free to ask them people, or feel free to DM him and ask him for the truth. And if he's not going to do that, I will not entertain anything else online. I have nothing else to say. My history is proven. Who I am is proven. What I've done is proven. All the people that dislike me because of a Miles video and a ZZ Mills video, I'm the first to tell you it was bad.
Yeah.
I was going through a lot. And at the time that I got robbed and I was going through those things, at the time that happened and I was getting robbed by my friend that loves me apparently, I would like to let people know I was going through a process of trying to find my kids, online abuse with the mother of my kids, which everyone can witness, disputes within my family, my dad dying of cancer. But guess what? After all of that, I'm still here in my hyphenate t-shirt. Big up J2K. You think you can knock me down? People, I'm telling you, I walk with God. I'm stronger than you know. I only try to tell the truth out here to help the community. And if that is misunderstood by people, I apologize. I'll find a better way to refine it. But the one thing I'm not going to apologize for is for somebody leaving a company after I didn't fire them because they robbed. Simple things, man. A yard man, you don't understand that? It's cool. I'll just talk to my Jamaicans. Mavado's here in Croydon.
Liquid weed mean wine and gunshot mean forward. You requested it, so rewind.
Shout out Loons as well. I'm not saying that I agree with the execution, but hey, if no one else is standing up for the person that's right, it's nice to know someone tries to use their vibe of doing what they did. Also shout out Mimi, shout out Mitch, shout out people that just care about what's right. And shout out also the people that like to move like sheep but pretend they're my shepherd. Let me tell you why I'm a shepherd. Because if everybody's standing over here and it's the wrong thing to do, I will gladly stand here and take the bullets. I made the tweet because he was doing the wrong thing. If everyone hated me because of it, so be it. The right thing is all that matters, man.
Strong. How do you feel about just the going forwards of Filthy now? Like, how are you? Are you confident? Do you feel?
You know when you're in the dark, have you ever got rid of something and you just feel lighter? Your shoulders just feel like, yo, I didn't know I had that rucksack on. It was a big rucksack as well. And now that big rucksack is gone. Now there's clarity. Now there's communication. Everybody knows the 3 C's I'm afraid of. If you're confused, because you got no clarity, it brings conflict. I just want to have a good time. Everyone's having a good time now. It's so mad that from the outside, when I see certain things, people are like, oh, I'm like, in the inside? No homo. Everyone's having a good time, laughing at the office, thinking about future plans. We brought J2K on board, is going to start working on Filthy now.
Cold.
Come on, my brother. And I'm saying it's warm at the same time. This is a pretty good vibe.
Strong.
So we've got all the cast members coming back. We've got, you know what I'm saying? We had little conversations with people. We're liaising, we're talking, we're finding out the problems, we're making sure people get paid adequately. Everything is fair now. All down to Craig Mitch, I got to find out a way to pay him for this. Because me and Craig Mitch sat down for 6 weeks. After I thought of the show and what it was going to be like, I needed someone to bounce these ideas off. No homo. Crip. Mitch. His soul. He speaks about that now, just in a different way. But at that time, his soul was helping me create this show. Good man, Craig Mitch. So I want to get him involved as well in some capacity. These are good people.
Love Craig.
So I just wanna,
I've got a lot of time for Craig.
do you know what I mean?
I've got a lot lot of time for Craig Mitch.
So yeah, man, I just want to have the channel be representative of the people, and I believe I'm a member of the community. I don't think I am. I know I am. So as that, I just want to have loads of other members of the community. We move forward. And Chuckie, if I come by now, man.
Of course, yeah, man.
Come
ready? I'll come
Filthy
down
and-
there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll come
Little
down
convo. So it's feeling good now. It's feeling very, very good. I won't lie.
Yeah, man. Big up the man. Them. I'm glad that you know, there's clarity now,
Yeah.
and you know, I believe in your process. I believe that Filthy is going to be more than just fine.
Yeah.
And I believe that there is a good few more levels of success that you lot are gonna achieve with where you're at the moment. So yeah, man.
I think
Shout
if
out
anyone
to
that
the
watches
man,
the show and loves the show, if you genuinely love the show, watch me now, my dog. Everyone that's on the show ain't done nothing wrong. Show your love and support. If you like what happened and you believe it was great, understand the cast members of that show are the reasons why the show's great. Not because of me. All I'm here is to create a path and an opportunity which is safe. It's up to them to perform. If you look at it from footballing terms, I'm Xavi. Them man over there are the Iniestas, the Ronaldinhos, the Samuel Eto'os. That's everything in front of me. I'm just going to collect the ball, pass it and admire.
I really like the fact as well, yeah, that I really
Busquets, some people, yeah, I'm not even Xavi. But Busquets is class.
I really like the fact that with all of this going on, because this was going on behind the scenes for a long time before anyone even knew what was going on. I like the fact that certain members were still very strong on making sure that the foundations and that was proper and that people were turning up at least and getting stuff done. Because naturally, you could imagine that when something like this is going on, there's a bunch of conflict going on, and then there's minds not necessarily in the right place. Certain man don't necessarily want to turn up. It's all kind of like, it just makes everything so awkward. So big up to the gang members that like literally were very focused on.
I'm gonna say their name.
Go on,
Steve-O, I appreciate what you done. Moggs, I appreciate that. SD, aka Savage Dan the man.
Big
from
Savage
West
Dan.
Stand. I appreciate what you done. JJ, not Jordan. Talk to him, important Jordy. I appreciate what you done. Lippy, I appreciate what you done. Miles, I appreciate what you done. PK, I appreciate what you done. Specs, I appreciate what you man done. You told the truth. And if people over there can't see it, take these. Make it easier. Make it easier.
It's no one's business. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it's not even like the truth be told, and then after that, wherever people's minds want to be is where their minds want to be, bro.
And Chuckie,
you
believe
can't
me,
be out there trying to persuade everyone to think a certain way.
for what? I don't even know these people.
There
I'm
you
just
go.
trying to give them entertainment. Look a show. I'm getting rid of the problem so the show's good. And then vex with me. And I didn't even get rid of him. I want the box side this, dog. You're angry at the man that wanted it to be good. But yeah. But then you know what?
No, but I get it from that, because to be fair,
No, I get it.
to back the crowd, they don't know what's going
No,
on.
of course, fam. Do you know why I could never argue with the crowd? If the information's 100% in order for you, you need about 90% of information to make it accurate. You know, they got about 15%. They got an 85% chance of getting it wrong. I can't begrudge them, Chuck.
Yeah, no.
I can't begrudge them. Do you know what I'm saying?
And they're resilient and they care.
Fam, to
what
see
I'm
that they
saying?
care means so much to me. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
the fact that they're watching it and they're making comments, poets this and this is going on and what's going. It makes me feel like, wow, this is like an actual show. That you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, like the man them are doing on Netflix and they're just out here doing reviews. I love this.
Yeah.
So you lot deserve the truth, but the truth is a lot more horrible than I've described it.
Yeah.
This is just the quick version.
Yeah. The inner workings of the truth is not even for them.
It's not for them, man. It's not for them. It's horrible. I would never show you no texts.
Hey, honourable shout out to Bashy.
Yes.
Honourable shout out to Bashy. We will talk to Bashy. Yeah, but honourable shout out to Bashy, yeah. He came back with such a crazy, creative... Let me tell you something. Because I was sworn to secrecy, but I can say it now.
Oh, is it? Because it's all out now.
It's all out now.
Chat to them.
So, it must have been over a year ago. I linked up with Bashy. We had dinner. Talking, we had a good conversation, whatnot, yeah. And he said to me, you know what? I'm working on something musically and I want to play it to you. I said, what, you're going to come back outside? Because obviously Bashy ain't done music for a long time, yeah? And Bashy is one of our superheroes as well, by the way. He's one of our superheroes. So I'm like, all right, cool. But I'm a bit like, I don't know what he's gonna do. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what to expect. So I'm like, cool. After we've had food and whatnot, we sat in the car and he played me this project, yeah, from the beginning to the end. And I was blown away. I was blown away at how somebody could be away for so long and his mind be in a different place as well. You know, he's got the acting thing going on. He's executing all of these different types of characters and stuff like that, yeah. But then he comes back and he is so authentically creative, but also you see, like, and a lot of you probably wasn't even there back then when Bashy was like really outside. Only there's certain people that was, yeah. You know the element of the bravado in the way that he spits bars and whatnot, but also being a person who speaks up, because he's always done that.
Yeah.
He's always spoken up. He's always said stuff. He's always given his side of truth alongside some of the other bits and pieces with it, yeah. The way that he did this, for me, is absolutely sensational. The project is amazing and it has everything. And even when I saw like a clip of him, I saw some of his performance that he did with One Extra, and also he was outside with Yo-Yo in, where were they? Notting Hill? I think it was outside. Yo-Yo's used to be a place that people used to go to in Notting Hill back in the day and whatnot. So
Legends went there.
Listen, when he's doing the bars and whatnot, yeah, it's like, bro, it's crazy. His clarity and everything is just through the roof, bro. But yeah, he's done something that he can be super proud of. If he never, which I said to him as well, I said, if you never make music again, this is something that you could be proud of to say, I did this, I executed it, and I'm going to step away from it now. Do you get what I'm saying? I just thought it was so cold.
I'd be upset if he decides not to.
Yeah. I'd love to see him talk. I'd love to see a show of this. I'd love to see a show of it. I'd love to see him perform this properly, his own headline show and whatnot. I'd like to see what that looks like. But yeah, it is so good. And I know I'm so confident in saying, yeah, that come the end of the year, I'm listening to a lot of albums at the moment. But I know that like come the end of the year, this is going to be one of my favorite ones. 100%.
The only problem I have, and I always have problems, because that's me. First of all, Bashy's a superhero, like you
absolutely
said. An absolute superhero. But there was a quality he had. And maybe he's just matured and I just got to get over it.
Yeah.
It was that cockiness.
Oh, yeah. He's not like that.
And I know, but the thing is,
you can hear elements of it in the bar.
But it was, this is the reasons why I found the character of Bashy so interesting back in the day. If you just got a little bit of Bashy, no homo, you've missed out on the full picture. So if you listen to like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something like that, and that was your introduction to him, by the time you got to Change, you changed your mind. So I'm like, I like that element of surprise. With this, he sets the tone early and it continues. And you're like, great. But there's parts of his character that I miss that made this part a beautiful surprise. Like by the time he's dropped Black Boys, do you know the amount of things he's done before he's done Black Boys? Yeah. When he's done Black Boys, you're like, you mean that was your frame of mind the whole time you were doing that?
Yeah.
Mad man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
when you
now,
need that's crazy.
It's crazy, but whereas now it's like, I know that's your frame of mind.
Oh.
But you're coming to a new audience. I wish they had the same, maybe I'm just like, I wish they had the same experience as me of the last person you expect is him until he starts saying it. And then he becomes the one boy over there who's the first person you expect to come forward to talk about these things. But he doesn't live over there. You know, like for example, where who's someone that lives over there? An artist that lives in the space that this kind of project lives in. Bashy never lived there. He lived here, but he knew that so well, if that makes any sense. Whereas now, he just lives there. That character element of it that was like, it's just not really there for me. But maybe in time it will come back, I don't know.
Nah, do you know what? Maybe not, but I think, do you know what? To be fair, to counter what you're saying, just on a personal one.
Yeah.
For me personally, like, I'm all right with that, only maybe because of where I'm at as well. Like,
Yeah,
I do
of course.
want to see him, where he was at that time, and where we all, it's not even about him, it's where we all were at that time, was just a special time in our own lives musically and what was going on. The whole scene was very different back then, and it was just about fun more than anything. Money came, business came, and you know what business does. It does whatever it does. It's fine. But I just think that like what I was maybe worried about, even when Bashy told me that he was making music, was that like I weren't gonna see any type of growth from him, and that maybe he was gonna feel like he needs to be the person that he was when we saw him back then. And I'm like, all you need to do, in my mind, is give me the strong essence of who you are, but give me the mindset of where you are at today. And because there's a good chance that where that you are at is where I'm at today. Does that make sense?
But the 5 makeups of say there's 5 makeups to the man. I don't want you to cut anything out. All I want you simply to do is just let every element grow. But he has that defiant character has been replaced by a humbleness that I love. But you had that humbleness within your music because you was the character that would use your platform, even though you was charismatic and all of that. You done Black Boys, and I'm saying to you, for me, I couldn't believe you were making yourself a human sacrifice because you didn't live in the space of Black Boys. You were actually fooling people into thinking that it was all just fun and games, and then you went, nah, here's Black Boys. And I was just like, that was just mad inspirational to me. But if he lived in a space where I could predict Black Boys, that's when it wouldn't have been as impactful for me, and it wouldn't have maybe meant as much to me. I guess maybe because I was younger and I'm easily impressionable. And even at an older age, I'm just like, I look at some of the acts that I love the most. Lil Wayne, Why Don't I Love You No More? Because them core elements that you haven't elevated with them. Whereas Kendrick Lamar is an elevated version of what he was when he was younger. And there's certain things that I didn't even realize. When I go back, I'm like, this guy's always been funny. I just wasn't paying attention. But I'm noticed he's an elevated version of himself. Wiley's an elevated version of himself. Like loads of people that I love. And I just think maybe Bashy being away for so long, he's lost that part, and maybe just being in the environment again, he might work on the mechanic of that character and he might build it up for the next project. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you know what is mad? I have to disagree because for me, I feel like this is an elevated version of Bashy to me.
But it couldn't be because
100%.
But it couldn't be because there's elements of everything he's done in the past. Fair enough, but I'm not using me. I'm looking at evidence. All the evidence of the past. You're so argumentative. I'm not. I'm just an honest person that's saying I'm talking about that. Everyone's too obsessed with how they feel. I'm like, fuck that. Look at what's happening.
So are you though, bro?
Of course I am, but no, I can be objective.
Wait, why do you do that? Why do you do that?
All right, cool. Let's make it back about this again because I don't want to go away. We can get back to that in a second. When we take a look at these projects, they're not all the same though. They're not like it's not like a elevated version of. It's completely different, which is cool, but it focuses on one aspect more. And I'm saying, you're talking about the guy that was the coolest cat. And he's still the coolest cat, but now to a particular crowd. And the reason why I can say that is because I was drawn in by something else that doesn't exist today. Which is not a bad thing. I'm just saying it can't be the same version no more then. It's impossible. What you like about Bashy's still there. What I like isn't. So how can it be the same thing? It's not. It's just not, Chuckie.
You are something else, bro.
I'm just, fam, that makes perfect sense. Everyone's argument is based upon, but I think, I'm like, but that was there. Bro, it's no longer there.
Bro, we are having a podcast, yeah? And what we're doing is we're just like, see, when it comes to music, because music is obviously subjective, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
So you can have your feeling about it, and your feeling is not wrong. This is how you feel about the music or whatever it is, and you're entitled to have that. Yeah. So when we talk about music, I explain how I feel and how it makes me feel, and we just have a little dialogue about it. But you talk as if there's a wrong, there's a right and there's a wrong, and it has to be, and it's like, hear it.
But in this, I'm not speaking about how I feel. I'm asking why something's missing, and then someone's saying, but I feel like it's not. I'm like, but that doesn't make sense. It actually is missing. I'm not telling you how I feel.
I personally don't.
Missing.
But hear what I'm saying. I don't feel like it is.
But how can you not feel like something's missing when I can show you all of his first videos that he done first time round were all character over, they were all more character over substance. And then the first introduction of this is substance. I have no problem with that.
I just don't think that there is as much of it. But to me, I would expect that because I think Bashy is in his late 30s, if not 40s, which is where I'm at. So he's, for me, as far as I'm concerned, musically, he's met me where I'm at. And he's executed it in a way that has been great for me personally, which is one of the reasons why I like it. This is my. Someone's gonna listen to this. I'm gonna recommend this to somebody, and they're gonna listen to it, and they're gonna hate it.
No,
and that is the great.
You can't hate this.
No,
man.
but this
I hear where you're
music.
coming
Do you
from. It's
understand
not
what
gonna
I'm
be the-
saying?
yeah, of course.
Essentially, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying look, like ultimately, I will take something and I will make an emotional connection to it at some point, potentially, if I listen to it a lot in my car. If I'm listening to this and let's say me and you are just hanging a lot together in a certain area, and at the time that we're in this area, I'm listening to this project, in some years to come, when I go back and I listen to this project, I will also remember, this was good, but I remember where I was at that particular time when I listened to it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm making, and that's what, when I listen to music and I find my favorite elements in it, I'm always trying to, if anything, make these emotional connections to it, because ultimately that's what makes me love stuff. When I listen to like P's and Q's, for example, by Kano, it's like, it's more than just the song. The song is cold, of course it is, but as soon as the beat drops, I remember bare things that I loved and I was around at that particular time. So I'm making my own emotional connections to it, and that's what I do with music. So
I've clocked now. You look at it from a complete musical aspect, so I can't argue with you. I don't look at it from a complete musical aspect, because that's not all they're giving me. I look at everything, Chuckie. Everything, and then I ask myself, once you take and the reasons why I think I have this perspective as well is the distance between the two projects. It's so far, I think there's information I've missed out on. Even visually, there's information I've missed out on that I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me on how we're just solely here. If the story of Bashy, I've just missed out on a part of it, and now I think what I think because of how I consume information. And I know you're a music head, so you're looking at it and saying, sonically, poet, this is ridiculous. Like, this is a great project. And I'm going, it is. But there was something Bashy used to do that he doesn't do no more. I wonder why. And I haven't found the answers within the music. And I know, obviously, he's went into acting. But I want to see what I want to see.
And he's older.
And he's older. But
and
then so's 50 Cent. So's Kanye West. So's...
but to be honest with you, I'll be totally honest with you, bro. I go to 50 Cent for a specific thing, and he doesn't provide me that anymore.
There you go.
So hear what I'm saying?
That's what I said to you.
Yeah, so for me, when I listen to 50, I just go back to that. But
Okay.
if 50, for example, met me where I was at today, and that was what he was intending to do, then maybe it would resonate with me even more. But because, to be fair, this is even an unfair thing for me to say, because I haven't even listened to any new 50 music.
I have. You're doing the right thing. Don't worry.
So I don't even know what he's actually providing me. I just know that at this point I've got this connection with it, and whenever I'm in that mode and I feel like that, which is, to be honest with you, is only a small part of my day or a small part of my week, I will listen to that then. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but where I'm at now, if you provide me with something of where I'm at now, with essence of what you had before, then I'm in. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why, for me, I love to pimp. We were listening to Pimp a Butterfly when you came in. Yeah. For me, I love that, because even in that time when Kendrick provided that, bare people say that that's Kendrick's shittest album. For me, I think I agree with Charlemagne when he says this. By the way, bare people say this, but I agree with what Charlemagne says. In some time to come, people are going to look back at that and say this is a classic for a certain reason. One, because at that time when he did that, it was people were looking at black consciousness in a different way in and around that time. And I was one of them. So when that project came, it just resonated with me in a certain way. I don't even know where I'm going with this, by the way. But
no, I think I do. I think you're just basically, because you're speaking from a musical perspective, like musically, certain things, they touch you at certain points in your life.
So I go to it for that. I go to it for that. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you provide me with that, then I'm good with it. But if you don't, but you provided me with something that I liked and enjoyed before,
I get it.
I just go back there when I'm in that vibe.
So Chuckie, how I look at this is a film. Grime and all of this is a film to me. So when I'm taking a look at the characters and the development of the character, for you to be this person, something's happened. And I just want to know. If this was a story, I feel like I've missed out on 7 years and your album didn't answer all of the questions. So now I'm left going, there's something that happened and I miss it. So I want it to come back, or I want it to be explained to me why it's not here. And I don't know how that's explained. I don't even know how that's executed. But I know something's missing, just from the perspective of the film of Bashy, not just the music, but the way he conducts himself, the way he carries himself, his interview style now, just all of it is very different to me, very, very, very different to me. So now the energy I have from a Bashy interview, I'm like, wow, Like you always had the opportunity to do this, but you presented it in a different way where it was like, I was being educated without even knowing sometimes. And I was doing things, I'm like, oh yeah, Bashy said this. Whereas now I know I'm being educated. And I'm like, I don't know how comfortable I feel about this. I think it's sick. I think it's great. But I don't know how long it lives with me. Because I know Bashy lived with me for a long period of time just because of the way he presented education. It was like in a fun way. Whereas this is still fun and mad artistic, but there's an element missing that was just, I don't know, it was so fun. Like it was so much fun. And it's just not there no more. For whatever reason.
Maybe you grew up.
I grew up. Not at all, because I want the thing that I saw when I was younger.
I was gonna
Got
say.
me.
No, but like, as in...
No, I think he just had maybe it's a perspective change.
It's a perspective change, you know what I'm saying?
That might be the better way of putting it.
And then that means that you lose a core fan like me. The reasons why I was there would have been certain elements. Like,
Yeah, he wants Bashy when he was 16.
You need to rephrase the way you said that. That is crazy. Hey. He even took off his glasses and then looked down.
Hey, let's move on. Man.
Don't do that.
Hey, let's go to America now quickly, yeah.
I'm sorry, Chuckie, for being rude. I didn't mean to be rude or any dismissive.
No,
I was just trying to understand.
You know what it is? It's not that you're... it's not,
I was like, what's
it's not that it's rude to me. It's not that I take it as you being rude to me.
Yeah.
But your style of conversation is very much like... There's no nuance. It's truth.
Yes.
It's just gotta be truth. And if someone says something that you don't see as truth, you don't always look at nuance. You just think, this doesn't sound like truth to me. This is what is right, and this what seems wrong. And it's like, I hear it, and I'm with you, and I'm with you, and I'm with you. But sometimes the juice is in the nuance.
No, but guess what? But I've got truth at the end of it. Someone has said to me, perspective change, that makes sense. But for someone to say it's not happening, I'm like, are you nuts? I've watched Bashy for how many years? This no longer happens.
I'm saying,
do you know where I'm coming from? That's my problem.
But I'm saying, okay, you misinterpret what I was saying. I was saying it does happen for me, but maybe just not as much as you would like. Well, I'm seeing it as I see what you're talking about, and I do see it in the project, but maybe it's in a dose that is not enough for you. That's probably the better way of putting it.
Do you know where I'm coming from? Because it's like...
No, it's not missing. It's just not enough. So there's a difference. It's like, okay, if you've got a plate, and you say that you want rice, but you look at the plate, and there's like only, I don't know, a small grain of rice. You're like, you're saying it's missing. But there's rice though. There's rice. It's just not enough for you.
Yeah, but it's like...
It's like what?
It's like Fanta Zero.
It's like a Fanta.
It tastes alright.
It's the sugar tax. It's the sugar tax.
Something's missing.
It's the sugar tax.
He's in the Fanta's enough.
It's that, yeah.
But
I'm saying I can taste it. No, it's okay for me.
But this is what he's doing. It's enough for him. But I'm saying for me and the people that used to look at the project like this, if there was 10 tracks and 7 had character, if 2 has character now, there's something missing. I'm not saying it's not there, but it's missing. Like, I need to now look for it. It's like, no. Before it was just in your face. Now I gotta look for it. Something's missing. I'm not saying it's not there, but something's missing. I can't see it as much as I used to see it.
Have you digested this properly?
Well, the album?
Yeah.
The album is cold, bro. If he never makes another album again, I saw someone talk to him about it in the shop as well. Like you said, honestly, the album is a body of work. If you don't know Bashy and listen to that, that is crazy. But I'm saying, if you've listened to Bashy before,
which
and
was
there were other
a very
reasons,
long time ago. Yeah, still.
But come on, man. I'm a man that plays grime now.
I know you do.
And Bashy didn't provide enough music in between for me to see the change. He just come back.
He just came back as a big man
and
on a big man thing. And this is where I'm at. And I'm like this. And I'm like, you know what? Imagine that. That's where I'm at as well.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
Can we go to America quickly though,
Come
man?
to America.
They tried to lick down my man. Hey, no, I've got a big question to ask though.
He did say to me yesterday. He just he framed it in. He tried to lick down my man. There's so wrong with Chuckie and that.
Wait, where do we go first though? Before I get to the question.
Somebody's got to lose their job. No?
Someone's lost their job.
For sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
Didn't you see, like, when you... Sorry, I'll let you divulge into it because you're speaking about, the attempted assassination of Trump. But the fact that there were videos of people saying he's on the roof.
Right.
Like, legitimate videos. And then you see them go to the police and the police were just like... It didn't seem to be interested.
He was on the... They were saying, like, there's a few different roofs and he was on the closest one. They were saying that this one was on the closest one.
Chuckie was
so how do you... Huh? Yeah.
I'm thinking, how do you not see a human being like that? Just like
That's, you know how crazy that is, bro. But also adding to the fact that, like, I don't understand and I don't get how from when my man was going towards the roof that he probably didn't get a bullet in his head from then. What do you mean
what
you
time did he arrive? Do you reckon? Because it's like, if I get it, sometimes hiding in plain sight is the best thing to do in the world.
That's true.
But we used to play hide and seek here. What we used to do, we used to lay on the floor, and literally people would only look eye level.
Yeah.
So they would run around looking for you, but this guy has to have gone in there, got a ladder or something, carried the stuff up there, then laid up there. Like, it was. I don't know how you do all of that and don't get caught.
Yeah, because really, you would think that the process would be they scope the area the day before.
Yeah.
And then on the day that this is all happening, they scope it from the morning, and there's things happening from the certain things in place from the morning. Everyone that's there is probably getting. So I don't know how big that proximity is, yeah, but like everyone in there is down to receptive to some type of checks and all of that type of stuff, yeah. You would think that there's no, like, in this day and age, it just seems weird to me how this Don could have got there with was it a rifle he had as well?
Brother.
If he had a little pistol, yeah. Yeah, check. Well, I don't even know. I'm sure it was something like that anyway. If he had like a small little pistol or whatever, and he bullsed it, then maybe you could say that he somehow got that one in. But he was there lying on the thing, bro. He could have actually could have taken his head off. And then they obviously wigged him afterwards. They're saying. I think this.
Oh,
this
they did. Oh, Chuckie, he was laying there, bro, motionless. They wigged him, bruv.
Another discrepancy. When this happened, I'm actually shocked that the security team still allowed Trump's head to be exposed still. I still think that was a dangerous thing to do. Because if this is actually really happening and someone's making that assassination, there's nothing to say that there's somebody else in here that is going to make the move as well. There's nothing to say that there's can't be 2 or 3 men in here that's going to try it. If one man's tried it, he might be doubled up or whatever. Yeah,
truth, bro.
Yeah, the fact that Trump was able to have his head out and to put his fist in the air, of course, now it looks like an iconic thing for him and all of that and his supporters and shit.
It's iconic.
But the fact that he had his head out like that, hella dangerous. I'm so surprised that they allowed that to happen.
Bro, their service was secret. There was no service.
That it just, to me, I just thought that
You say
all
the
that
Secret
stank.
Service was such a secret, they didn't even realize they were working. This is mad.
Yeah.
So can I ask you a question, Chuckie?
No.
Because I just saw this and just thought so much different things. Inside job?
Boy. I don't know.
Because you watch these things, like this is your mind.
My only thing that I would say is that if that was an inside job, then he would have just got licked down. There wouldn't have been a scope for a mistake. If somebody was going to do this actually would have just got through. Because if you are planning that like that, like on the intricate, bro, this person ain't missing. I think, to be honest with you, in a country where there's gun laws and when you can go to, this is going to sound like a outrageous thing to say, but in a country where there's gun laws and there's shooting ranges left, right, and centre, and you can go to shops and buy straps and whatnot, the fact that this Don missed is a massive stinker.
I'm saying an inside job from the perspective of it could have been someone's job to survey that part, and they just might have this kid as a brethren, like, I want to try and shoot Trump, and they could be, I don't know, innit?
Yeah.
And then he could go, all right, do you know what? If you go over there, Secret Service will 100% see you. But if you just stay in the crowd and climb on the thing, I'm surveying this, you ain't gonna say shit. So it could even be an inside job from a smaller scale. It didn't have to be someone too skilled, if that makes any sense. I could be talking absolute nonsense. I don't know, because I still don't understand how the kid got there. The next thing, because I had loads of random thoughts. What if he died?
I'm gonna get to that. Wait,
Oh,
can I wait
sorry,
1 second? Let me just get to that.
Sorry, apologies.
Because that's where the big question is. Yeah. Trump can't even pay for this type of thing.
What do you mean?
You know, like the fact that somebody tried to wig him, bullets gone past, there's a little bit of blood there on his face and whatnot, and there's now a picture of him with his guards and his fist up, like on some black power thing.
He took it. It doesn't belong to us anymore.
And do you know what's so mad? Do you know why I rate white people in America? I just have to rate them. I'm sorry. They're sickheads, you know? Like, you know when black people go through problems that involve guns? The first thing we do is we need to get the guns off the street. I haven't heard one person say that. Not even one. Not
one person. Not one
No
person.
one.
All that has become now is because
we need some more guns in here. We need some more guns in here.
Yeah.
This is mad.
But you know what it is as well, yeah? It's like, because there's an election. This is the whole thing that's happening at the moment still, yeah? So it's like, now what that does, yeah? Well, to be fair, because a part of me was thinking it's going to make Trump win by a landslide and all these type of things. I don't know if that's necessarily the case because I don't really know too much about their politics, but I just think Trump supporters are always Trump supporters. They're always going to go out and they are going to support him anyway, yeah? And I think with Biden and on the left side, it's like you got some that are Biden supporters, but some that just ain't Biden supporters. They just are more left thinking. And it just so happens to be that Biden is there, so they just support my man. Whereas with Trump, it looks like Trump supporters back Trump and that mindset of thinking or whatever else, yeah? So whatever is going to happen in regards to the voting process is whatever is going to happen. But in regards to what history looks like,
Brother,
Trump is forever there.
but don't you also feel though, Chuckie, that there's a group of people that are just a little bit impartial to everything,
Yeah.
but they're like, as much as they're impartial, they can be easily swayed. So if you're not, if say you say this year I'm going to get into politics, this year I'm getting into politics, I don't even know really who to vote for, and you see Trump almost get shot at, your sympathy might go, they're trying to kill him, I'm going to stand up for him, let me see what he's on. I'm not saying 100%, but I think the most important thing when you're doing things like this, like votes is how do you bring in new people? And I think if he's getting shot at live on national TV, all of a sudden he looks like the person that could potentially be the hero. An ignorant mind looks at it like, oh my God, they're trying to kill him, the country must be against him, I have to support him. Do you know where I'm coming from?
True.
And then that might get him more people on his side than it did. It's almost like if he had an album, this is the greatest way to sell your records, bro.
You're a man who understands politics a little bit, right? A little bit.
Yeah, I not understand, but I get some bits.
So would you say, yeah, because this might sound like a bad ignorant thing for me to say, but a part of me feels like right wing thinkers can be more swayed in some ways to be left wing, but the left can't be swayed to be right.
So what does the right?
So Trump is, his politics is more right thinking, yeah, more right leaning.
Sure.
So in that sense, I feel like a lot of the people that are right leaning are very.
That's them.
That's them. However, though, there's certain things that can come up that can make them a little bit more right. I mean, more left thinking. Whereas, like the other way around, it's not really necessarily like that.
Serious?
Or am I going mad?
I thought Trump
what do you
supporters-
lot think in the comments?
I thought Trump supporters were that's their thing.
Yeah,
And
they are
passionate.
very right. They are very right leaning and very like these people are just incredibly patriotic to the country, but from a certain aspect. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, you're talking
Like
about
these people are like,
a group of people that broke into the White House. I don't know if I can convince them not to do what they're doing. But do you know, they literally broke into, like, they're so believe what they're doing, they feel that they can impact it.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing.
Do you know what I'm
That's
gonna do?
scary.
I'm gonna literally think about this more, and I'm gonna write my thoughts down so that I can articulate it better. Then I'm gonna come back and say what I'm thinking to land the point a bit, because I know it's in my head, but I just don't know how to say it. Anyways, the question I was gonna ask, which you asked,
Sorry.
if what happened if he, because it's more than that. I wrote this down. Yeah.
Go on.
Wait, what was it? Right. Hopefully you understand what I mean when I say this, yeah? If Trump actually died, and you've got half of the country that support Trump and that are supporting Trump in an election right now, they're going through this election, yeah? And you shoot and kill this Don,
Oh, God.
you then rob half the country of its democracy. Because these people are looking at him and saying, he believes what I believe. He stands for what I stand for. If you kill this guy and you take away what these people stand for, what does that look like?
You silenced them, innit?
That looks like, to me, that looks like civil war.
It does. I'm scared if that happens.
That looks like civil war.
Not really.
You don't think so?
Nah, only because...
Talk loud.
Sorry, only because like I've been listening to some stuff and watching some stuff and reading some stuff, and like there's a Republican Party, which Donald Trump is the one he's getting elected for, on the side of. They're like, they've never been so united ever. So the reality is like most of the people who would come and take his place, i.e. that guy, the other whatever, whoever else, they kind of have the same views, bro. Like,
So you think that Trump could have got licked down and they would just think, okay, just bring in the next one that thinks the same as him?
Yeah, exactly.
Without no civil war?
There wouldn't be a civil war, bro.
But I feel like this is the
I
reason-
slightly think that there would.
I understand where you're coming from, but the reason why I lean more toward Chucky's saying, because everyone can do the same role, but who has the strongest impact? I don't know if the next person comes in has the impact Donald Trump's
I'm
had.
not saying that they do.
I mean, Donald Trump is out
That's a
here-
big part of it,
Like,
though.
but that's a massive part of being a politician. Like, can you convince the people? When you've got Donald Trump taking rappers out of prison, now there's black people that are ignorant to everything that are just gonna go, well, Kodak Black came out of prison, so I'm voting for him.
That's exactly what
And
happened.
it's like, to me, if you get rid of that person, you're gonna have people in the black community like, name another Obama didn't release no rappers. When you're and when you're fighting against that ignorance, I don't know the next step.
Why?
I think that I that's it. He's just explained it in the best way, because it is a lot to do with that. It's like there's a bunch of people that can come in and they can carry it on, but the reality is they're just not Trump. They don't have the charisma that he has, the way that he lands certain, the relationships, the way that he lands certain, all of these different things. Like it's not just about the policies, it's about the person who's putting the policies in place. And you're going to take that away from me.
But he's not a good person either.
No, but that's subjective, because that's objective. Yeah,
It's not.
Bro,
No, but Chucky's not
bro.
talking about to him personally. He's saying in the eyes of the country.
In the eyes of the country, I get what you're saying, because also there's all that sex allegation and the thing is, the left always bring that up.
Always.
But they don't care about that. The right don't care about it. They care about, are you putting the fucking thing up so that the Mexicans don't get in?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you think he cares if he punches up his missus?
This other person going to take the guns away, and Trump's going to keep them and saying we can have more of
My
them?
point is that the
Trump.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
The point is the core values that are that the Republicans are backing him for. Because remember, when he was running for president before, they weren't all behind him because they didn't agree with a lot of the stuff that he was doing. Now they're all behind him, mainly because they don't want Biden in there.
No, but you say that.
But
he was president of the country, bro. So Trump.
Trump for president?
No, he was president.
Yeah, I'm saying you have to the Republicans have to vote for their leader, right?
Yeah.
Right. They weren't all behind him. He basically won just by almost what? He won close. It was close between him and Ted Cruz or whatever that he was going up against.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know the Don.
Now there is no other Republican. It's just him, bro. It's not even close to the next man. They're all behind him.
So now
But why is that? But why is that? Yeah, but so
No,
what?
My point is that my point I'm trying to say is that like they're all backing him because the majority of what he's saying they agree with. So even if him or die, the next man is gonna be.
Yeah, but you don't understand.
I
agree
get
with
what you're
everything.
saying,
I know
but
you're
I
saying,
still-
but sorry, go on, Chuck.
I get what you're saying. I understand that, but I still think it's the man. You're still taking away my voice, though.
Bro.
The other person might come in and say a similar thing, but it's not the same.
Does he say it the same way? Does he walk the same?
And do we even trust that you're going to even be able to do it the same? Because, okay, this is a better way of, this is probably like a broad way of saying it. It's like, imagine me and you there could be a business, opportunity to run something, right? And then we both believe in this business wholeheartedly. We love it. We love everything that this business stands for, or whatever else, You could go for this thing and run this business and fuck this whole thing up. I can go to the same business. We've got the same train of thought. We think exactly the same.
And not mess
we
it
understand
up.
it and take it to a next degree. So it's almost about, as the person who's going to bring whoever in to run this business, who do I believe is going to do it better? And so the country, I'm saying that half of them are looking at, yes, we align in the same politics and all these people are all thinking the same and whatnot, but we believe he's the guy.
And
So
you know what you're doing?
you shoot and kill him.
It's
As far as you're
over.
concerned, as far as I'm concerned, you're taking my voice away from me. I'm vexed about all kinds of stuff now. Watch how racist I am now.
Loud.
What?
And EA, you're giving people too much credit. I'm being honest with you, man. We as humans, we have so much stress in our life.
Bare
we haven't got
lynching.
time to get bare information to make a decision who needs to be president. We might just switch on the TV and go, I like the look of him.
That's true.
You're making it so complicated, my guy. Do you know how many rappers there are? Look, me and Chuckie listened to the same album, delivering the same message and two different messages, and it took it in two different ways.
Objective truth.
So how can you now have Trump say the same message and you think that another guy comes across and it doesn't matter. We all are gonna take everything in.
Trust me, if Trump
however
gets
we
licked down,
like.
I think it's war.
Do you know how bad it is? Yeah, outside, I don't like Trump as when you hear the backstory. But you see the character, if that was in a film, do you know how funny the character of Trump is? Obviously, when you divulge into his history, you're like, you can stand over there. Without any of the context, if you're ignorant to all of that, I think you like Trump. As crazy as it sounds.
No,
I actually think you like Trump.
I agree. He's basically TV star, bro. Like,
This guy was in Home Alone 2, bro.
Yeah, and they idolize them.
But hear this as well, though, yeah. If this is one of the reasons why I think that there's big problems if he did get licked down, because the right would be thinking immediately. You would think somebody who did that. They're from the left. They're left thinking, and they wigged him. Now
they're
you're
saying get rid of the guns.
now you're definitely making a divide now. There's a big divide now.
So
even
wait,
more so.
Chuckie, did you
Huh?
are they saying getting rid of the guns?
I don't know if he must. I mean, I would think that. I would think if, let's say, for example, there was someone that I really believed in that was more on my side of, that was leaning more on my side of politics, yeah. And then there's an election going on. There's two people that are going against it. One that leans more to the right and one that leans more to the left. And my one gets wigged. I'm gonna think that it's an op.
You're gonna think I'm mad thing, bro. And do you know what I'm realizing even more and more, yeah? This is just like gang warfare, yeah? You're never gonna start an election campaign with the hope that you're convincing the enemy that you're telling the truth. Your hope is to, like, you're victimizing the neutral people that don't think anything at all or are not quite sure. So when a situation happens where a man is saying we need to keep guns in the country, gets shot at, he's the one that gets shot at. Everybody else is saying we're rising up our weapons. This is why we need to keep guns in this country. Man's trying to shoot at the person that's trying to help us.
Hey, listen, let me go into my yard now and go and get two of my rifles.
What?
You think someone's gonna just try and do that again?
Let someone try and shoot Trump again. Furthermore, Trump, let me write a letter to Trump letting him know that I will be his personal assistant free of charge. He believes the way I do. Brother, don't mess
That's a
with these.
free of charge.
What's that American flag you
What's
got?
this? What are you showing me here?
This is about the shooter.
Oh, state voter records. State voter
Show that
records
he's a registered-
show that he was a registered Republican.
Yeah, but come on, man. You know that is. Shout out Young Spray. Mind games.
Mind games.
Mind games. This is why I have to shout out Spray. Mind games.
Living in New York's world today. I refuse.
Yeah, that's mind games.
That's mind games, bro. You don't start
Republican
believing
ain't-
media now, by the way.
I don't think a Republican is licking down Trump. I'm being honest with you. I don't think that is.
I'm not saying it wouldn't happen, by the way. I don't know enough about politics, but I'm just saying.
It just feels like that just doesn't make sense
What
to me.
about, what's his name? Remember the Black Panthers? The black guy snitched.
That's different, though, man.
Yeah, but
So you can do it to yourself.
Yeah, but like
nah, but I know what you're saying there. But I do think the circumstances was very different in that, though.
he's snitching. He's not gonna get wigs.
That
for
was the
snitching.
That's not even the same. That's
This
not
guy's
even
got a
the same.
rifle at a march about to kill someone. This guy's not
That
even
was
old.
fuckery though, by the way, but that's not the same. But this is different. I don't know if that's a Republican that did that. Maybe one of the reasons why they're saying that it's a Republican that did that, and they're trying to put the news out that it's a Republican that did that, is because they don't want the civil war. Because if you say that it wasn't a Republican that did that, then
Problems.
what? Because then that means what's going on here now?
But he also donated $15 to a liberal campaign group called Act Blue, which I think.
All right, what was the previous statement he said about him being a Republican? What was the actual wording of it? Words are so...
He was a registered
Republican.
voter.
That doesn't mean... That means as much as you want to believe, you know.
There you go.
If I registered to vote for something, I might not ever vote. I might have made that one vote at one time and never voted him again.
Yeah,
And
said,
now
you know
you're
what,
just gonna...
fuck that. I don't even believe in them.
I've just told you he donated to a democratic
Yeah.
thing as well.
So this guy sounds quite confused, yeah.
Or they made him look confused.
That's it. I mean,
You can only make yourself look confused, big man. If you've done registered for one group, but you're paying for a next group,
you see with that, I
it's
don't know
your
what-
behaviour.
I don't know what the truth is with that, and I don't know if we'll ever know what the truth is
That's
with
true.
that. But all I know is that if in that situation, I don't know this, but I'm just speculating. I genuinely believe if Trump got licked down, it would have been mad on the roads for a strong week.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, when my brother got licked down in Tottenham, 2012, shout out and rest in peace to the legends of the past. Look what Tottenham done.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So imagine you lick down Trump. Trust people to be people. That's all I'm saying.
Because you're taking my voice. You're taking my political. You're taking my voice away. Are you
What is that?
crazy?
What's that flag? Is it the Republican flag?
Is there any howlers anyway?
What's that flag that has like that American flag that I see in everywhere in America when I go to Texas?
The Confederate.
The Confederate one.
Yeah, the Confederate.
Is that the Trump
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. No. That's a. It's not. It's not.
In a sense of like, if people are on that side, are they more Trump?
They're right wing.
Yeah, they hate
They're more Trump.
They don't like. They're not. Yeah, they're patriotic. I don't want to say patriotic. They're just right wing. They're definitely with Trump. More.
Oh, forget
and
it.
They're more. You would probably say they're like more closer to extremists, if anything. Do you know what I'm
Listen.
saying? And they will believe. They will definitely believe. In
When
the
did that flag come
purity-
out?
They will believe in the purity. Ironically, the purity of. Huh? What are you talking about?
No, I'm sorry, Chuckie, carry on.
They will believe in the purity of their race in particular.
Yeah,
Do you
bro.
get what I'm saying?
They're rising up.
That Confederate flag was the Confederates. It was the North versus the South
Bro,
for Civil War.
I'm sure I saw it in 2013 in
versus
Texas.
the people that wanted to
All right, so 2013 in Texas, I saw it with Vuj, and we're walking, minding our own business, having a laugh, and
Oh,
a
you
man,
saw it, yeah?
yeah, but we saw a bag like these people, and I was like, raw, and now I recognize them as Trump man. That's what I call them, TM, Trump man.
They're deeper than that.
Bro, they said to us straight away, boys, you having a lot of fun.
What?
Not too much now.
Is that what they said?
And I didn't even do anything. Innocent man. I just said, yeah, man, my skin tone round here doesn't feel right. Like America in Texas,
it's mad, bro.
I'm not on it,
Mad.
bro.
I'm not even entertaining that one there as well because you
Bro.
don't even know where that's gonna end up. Man's so quick to take their fire out. It's mad.
And you know all the like, you know, like you watch the films, you see
Not too
the
much now, the man said.
not too much now. That's crazy. I see y'all having a lot of fun. Not too much now, you know. And do you know where it was? There's a place in Texas where they got a bag of Cadillacs in the floor.
Oh yeah.
Big man, I stopped having fun straight away.
Any howlers?
Yeah, me. I'm the first howler. I genuinely believe that I believed something for a numerous period of time, found out I was fooled, so I have to get the howler for what happened to me in Filthy, I'm afraid, Chuckie. My bad. Howler to me.
Nah.
I have to give myself a howler, man. You gotta get a howler. I had a howler, bro.
You
I
wasn't
believe
to
something.
know, bro. I don't think you can. I think you got to cut yourself a bit of slack, mate.
Can I give it to Rosa Parks' man? He had a car, Chuckie. He had a car.
check this.
He had a car. Brother,
Listen.
check it right now.
Even if he didn't have one, he's had one.
He had a car. Why did you let your lady?
Yeah, but you know what? He might have been a carpenter and had his own little thing going on. Do you get what I'm saying? He
And
can't
that means
come
he's
and
got
pick
two
her up
cars. He's got a car and a carpenter.
strongly.
I'm sorry, my brother. Did he have a car?
No, I don't know if he had a car, but it doesn't matter.
Why not?
Let me tell you something.
Probably at work.
Take your woman to where she needs to be.
Now, hear why I rate Rosa. This is why I rate Rosa.
Gone.
She's sick to death of the climate of the country. And she's saying, don't pick me up today.
I'm gonna get on.
I'm making a stand today.
I hear you.
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
it.
That's what I'm on.
I hear that.
What are you talking about? Every day I'm going, my husband's picking me up and that, and these times I'm seeing everyone at the front crammed, my people them crammed at the front of the bus and all of that. You know what, yeah? Don't pick me up today. I'm standing up for my thing. How about that?
So why not go with her?
And then he might have said, babes, I don't know. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had the
You're getting a bit
conversation
mad.
going.
You're getting a bit mad now. Yeah? Like, I don't think you should do that. I'm doing it. Well, you know what? And you know how sometimes this one, how it goes, If you do it, I'm not coming with you because you're putting us all in danger.
Well, you know what?
All right then, cool. You stay at home then, because I'm going to work and I'm getting on the bus and I'm going to the back.
Rosa said, I'm going to the front.
Wait, what was it?
Rosa sat at the front.
Oh, you couldn't go to the front. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
to
it.
the front.
Sorry. Yeah, got it mixed up.
Well, then, can it
Yeah.
be... You're out here looking to see if Rosa Parks' man had a child. You should take a look. If Rosa Parks was the real Rosa Parks, apparently they tried to use a fair-skinned woman as Rosa Parks to try and deliver the message. Rosa Parks was actually a Nubian princess.
What? Hold on, mate. Come again?
I think in some type of maybe a film or something like that, they tried to make Rosa Parks light-skinned. But these times, she wasn't really like that, apparently.
Was she dark, or was she just?
She's
like,
just a bit more tan than they made her seem in pictures and
She might.
certain
So she
things.
might have the complexion of like my great grandmother, then, for example. Or you could. She's like black woman, but you can. She's just a bit fairer.
Yeah, you know what they try to do to Beyonce these days.
Yeah.
All of
yeah.
a sudden, she
But
looks like
you,
Stacey.
your complexion kind of vibe.
Don't do this to me. I'm trying to get a tan. I was robbed, Chuckie. I couldn't afford to fly. Leave me alone.
Oh man. What year did she die?
Reese at 2000.
Yeah, it was not that long ago. I'm sure we were podding at the top. Who said something funny about? Was it Manga
What did
or
he
was
say?
it Lippy?
Where they said what she didn't move because her feet hurt.
Yeah, that was it. Who was
I think
that?
That was Dave Chappelle actually.
Oh, right.
Nah, someone said something here.
Oh here, maybe,
Lippy will 100%.
Maybe Manga actually.
I can't remember.
Lippy was talking about the watermelon.
The what?
The watermelon.
Watermelon.
All right, yeah, boom. Anything else?
Hey, people's still kicking my ass.
Oh, mine's gone now.
Nah, man.
We give thanks.
I hate that. Danail's got a banging album. I listened to it the other
Has
day. It's so good.
When did
Chuckie.
it drop?
I don't know. He's got one song that I said to him you need to listen to. I said play it for Chuckie. Chuckie's a sound man. And apart from that, my friend,
The album is called. Oh, it's not out yet.
it's not out yet. I listened to it in the car.
Oh, okay. He's got a song out called Workout.
Workout.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
Oh, also, as we're talking about albums, there is an album by an artist called Ants Live, yeah?
Oh, he listens to Ants Live.
Yeah,
He's a
man.
good guy, you know. Very good videos. Extremely good music videos.
It's called Real Life. It's good.
It's a good album.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Go listen to Tay Jordan and Jesse James. They got a new song out called Nobu.
Strongly.
That vibe there is strong. And you know what?
What else
People
was it?
at home. Cliffhanger.
Was that it? What?
Exactly. What am I going to say next?
Alright, thanks for listening, everyone, yeah?
See you, Mavado.
Where's the...
Oh, I've got the mouse. You got the
Oh,
mouse?
yeah.
There you go, bro. Oh, I ain't stopped it yet.
Not bad, John.